Hi, friends. Teacher Kitty here again for tea time with Teacher Kitty. Today I'm using my beautiful blue teacups. And I want to get right to the recipe today. Today we're talking about using fruits as finger foods for your tea time. Today, one of my favorite things to do is use Honeycrisp apples, which I have sliced thin. And I did something really simple. I just spread some almond butter right on top of my apple crisp. But you could use peanut butter, or if you were nut allergic, you could use sunflower butter. That's a really fun thing to do. But another recipe that I have with fruit that also uses the options of peanut butter or almond butter or sunflower butter is banana bites. Don't you love bananas? I do. So let me begin by sharing the recipe with you. Here we go. So frozen banana bites, and it's a really great recipe because it's something you can do to help in the kitchen. So these are peanut butter banana bites, but again, you could use almond butter or sunflower butter. And these are the ingredients you need. Bananas, right? I like to use bananas that are kind of medium ripe. So that means you're going to see a few brown spots on them. They're not going to be green any longer at the tips or at the end. And then your choice of butter, peanut butter, almond butter, sunflower butter. There are also other butter varieties, macadamia nut butter. I don't know, go check out your local store and find out. And then chocolate chips, and you can use dark chocolate or regular milk chocolate. I like dark. And also just 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. And we're going to use that. That helps to make a smoother soft chocolate. So here's where we're going to get started. You're going to help your family. You're going to peel those bananas and have a cutting board and a knife available. Now this knife is just a regular butter knife, an easy slicing knife. You don't need a really sharp knife for this activity, but always, whenever you're cooking in the kitchen, it's good to have an adult help you or guide you with a little bit of supervision and advice. So all we're doing is slicing the bananas, and you can slice them any size that you like. These are your banana bites. I've had friends just do about 1/2 inch, and I've had friends do maybe 2 inches because they're going to do different things with their bananas. But you'll see what I mean as we move along in the recipe. So then we get a cookie tray and put some parchment paper on it. And that's so that when you put the bananas on your cookie tray, they don't stick to the tray itself. Parchment paper helps as a barrier so that it's easier to remove the bananas once we're finished, when they're finished being frozen, and we can start using them in our recipe. So you line them all up. That's something you could do to help. And I like to use 2 trays actually, because when I take them out, I can work with 1 tray while the other one is still in the freezer. And then we're going to end up putting them back in the freezer. And so the first time we put them in, they're going to go in for about an hour to make them nice and hard and more pliable to work with. And then when that hour is up, we take them right out of the freezer, and you can spread your nut butter or sunflower seed butter onto the frozen bananas. So again, once we take it out, you want to move as quickly as possible. Sometimes maybe it's easier to put a few bananas on a separate plate while you're spreading the peanut butter onto them, and then put them back on the tray, because when they're out of the freezer, they get soft, don't they? And they get a little mushy. So we want to do this while the bananas are mostly frozen. And then we want to put them back in the freezer for another 30 minutes. And then when all the bananas have peanut butter on them and they're in the freezer and they've been there for a while, this is something actually you could do the day before if you so chose. Anyway, then we get a bowl, and I usually put about 1/2 a bag, depends on how many bananas you have, right? Into the bowl, and a little coconut oil, and I put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. And then I stir, stir, stir. And again, this is something you can help with as long as you're careful with the edges of the bowl because it's warm. And then have an adult put it back in the microwave, or if you're a big kid and you know how to use the microwave, That's great. Another 30 seconds in there. Give it a stir, stir, stir until you see that the chocolate chips have fully melted. And then we're going to bring our bananas back out, and we can use tongs or a popsicle stick or a toothpick or a fork. And you're going to take your bananas one by one and dip them in the chocolate sauce. Yum. This is where it's starting to get good. And then optionally, you could dip your bananas in something else. You could do some, maybe some crushed limes if I'm feeling festive. And you can see here in the picture, here's a child that chose a thicker slice of banana and a popsicle stick, and it becomes like a popsicle, doesn't it? And here's the last part, eat and enjoy. Look at all the different variations we've got here. Some with whipped cream, a little strawberry on top, sprinkles on the bottom, some coconut. There's some with nuts on them, and no peanut butter. That's okay too. Sometimes you just want to take that banana and just dip it straight in the chocolate and then put something else on it. You don't have to put any nut butters on it if you choose not to. So there we go. That's it for our fruit finger foods for today. Teacher Kitty's saying, see you soon, and thanks for joining us. And don't forget to visit our other videos on Hands On to You on Children's Museum YouTube page. Okay, see you again soon.